You know, there are just some people that you don't even need an intro. And that's the case when it comes to Harry Connick Jr. But he is indeed in a new film, Find Me Falling. Here's a peek.
Is it your first time in Cyprus?
No, actually, I was here many, many years ago.
It must have left quite an impression on you.
You could say that.
That, of course, was a clip of Find Me Falling, and Harry Connick Jr. joins us now. Good morning, Harry. It is good to see you again. How have you been?
Great, Natalie. It's so good to be with you again.
You know, I got to tell you, watching the clip right there, I'm seeing all this, like, travel fun that you've been able to have, and we're seeing you dining, and then, of course, you know, there's a rom-com element. Harry, in your words, what is Find Me Falling all about?
Well, Natalie, I'm really proud of this movie. I mean, whenever I do a project, I work as hard as I can on it. And when you work on films, you have to sort of hope that everybody has the same vision in mind. There's a lot of people involved, and it doesn't always come out the way you would hope. When I read this script, I read this really funny, really heart-filled rom-com that took place on the beautiful island of Cyprus in the Mediterranean, written and directed by an incredible woman by the name of Stellana Kliras, a great talent. And I really wanted to do it, and I really wanted it to be as good as I hoped. And I saw a screening last night, and because, you know, as an actor, you finish filming and you leave, and then they edit it for however long it takes them to do that. I am so proud of this movie. It's everything I thought it would be. It's got heart. It's like a you just see some great talent. It's like nothing. You could bring your kids to it. It's a really well done rom-com with a lot of plot twists, and I like movies like that. You know, movies that just sort of make you feel good.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I was talking about getting ready to talk with you and how you were so kind in these interviews. You're kind of playing somebody grumpy, though, aren't you, in this role, which has got to be somewhat fun for you because you are known for your uplifting personality.
Well, thanks. Yeah, this guy, he was like a big star in the early 90s. He's probably around my age, but his career took a very different turn. You know, he was kind of crazy out there on the road, and he's at a point in his life now where he's just done. He's like, I'm getting out of the business. So he moves to Cyprus, to a remote cliff, and buys a house, and he finds out very quickly into the movie that the cliff has a notorious reputation, and things develop from there. And it's funny, it's heartfelt, it's got some sad moments, but it's really about this guy trying to appreciate what's real and finding what's missing in his life, and it's done in a way where it's not too sad and it's not too goofy. It just feels like a lot of heart. And I think part of the reason is because we filmed it in Cyprus with Cypriot actors, and they were just tremendous. And you feel like you're kind of, you know, getting a fly on the wall view of what goes on there. And it was just very cool.
You know, what's very cool is how open you are about being a girl dad, and we talk about your wife and your daughters, and you've even mentioned how, you know, if they like something, that is good enough for you to be able to have their support. My husband, girl dad, we have a 7-year-old, so to hear how proud you are when it comes to your kids, any advice you have, or how much fun did you have being a girl dad as yours continue to grow up?
Well, I think any parent out there watching who is blessed enough to have children doesn't need my advice. We all know, you know, how much of a blessing that is, and how much you love your kids, and it's really true. Like, so we had a screening in New York last night, and one of our daughters, Kate, was there. Nobody else in the family was able to make it last night. And I said, Kate, what'd you think after the movie? She goes, Dad, I really loved it. And she would tell me, she'd be like, I'm not so sure, but she really loved it. And my heart just was full. And when my wife and my other 2 daughters saw it privately, they said, we really love this film. And when you get that, it's like when you get that kind of support from people that you love that much, it's like everything is like, I'm not grumpy. Like I feel really really lucky, and I count my blessings multiple times a day for them.
Oh, I love hearing that. And again, Harry, we're so thankful that you were able to join us. Find Me Falling is going to be out on Netflix on July 19th. Again, what a treat to talk with you. Take care and stay well, okay?
Thanks, Natalie. You too.